What up, what up, what up? It's the Keith Bleezy bringing you another video. And today, I'm going to talk about this shit called the Gateway Program, right? Shout out to Nick Jones for bringing this subject to my attention and basically confirming what I knew all along, but let's check it out.
To tell me the correlations between what they were doing with the Gateway Program, which they say that they were trying to, it says this document is about altered states of consciousness, binaural audio techniques, which is actually the same techniques that they used in the GATE program. If you remember, they would give you these headphones and they would tell you it was some type of like a hearing test.
Yep.
But actually what they were doing was messing and playing with your memory. That's
all right,
like
pause. Yeah. All right, that right there. Yo, if anybody fucking remembers that shit, Ray, them fucking hearing tests, they would pull our ass out of fucking class to go do, right? We would get pulled out of class, Ray, one by one. They take it to this fucking room and be some lady I never seen before, right? And you put on these headphones and they play these fucking sounds in your ear. Bree.
the most simple way that I can explain it. It also says that this program was about out-of-body experiences, expanded awareness research, and remote viewing and psychic functioning. Now, according to ChatGPT, this program was specifically about military intelligence research, mostly tied to the Cold War era experiments. It says it's totally unrelated to public education, although a lot of what was just mentioned in the Gateway program from 1958 has a lot of similarities to the GATE program that we saw being tested on us in schools. Because that's really what was happening.
All right, so I'm gonna cut it right there. I'm gonna play some more video, but yo, I want to talk about this shit, man. It's like, bruh, why all of a sudden we do these hearing tests? You know, a kid in our class comes up fucking missing. But yo, here's the thing. What happened to me is like, I think they got more covert with this shit, man. They couldn't just go snatching motherfuckers up and putting them into special programs, right? So, I'll tell this story. Kid I was in class with, he fucking died. Air quote died. He got hit by a car, right? And they had a funeral for him and shit, man. But I remember, yeah, they took us all to the funeral, man. It was like next to the school over there in Gateway, which is fucking crazy. 38th and Gateway, man. I'm gonna tell this story. But yo, I remember looking at him, man, and I could just feel like, yo, that ain't a real fucking body, bruh. It ain't a real body. I don't know. I'm a conspiracy theorist, man. But yo, this shit ain't no fucking conspiracy, bruh. But yeah, I was looking at the body, bruh. I remember looking at the body, man, and just feeling like something's ain't right. But yeah, why is it when they do these fucking tests, somebody in our class comes up missing, man? And they had to get more covert with it because, nah, man, you just can't go snatching motherfuckers up. It'll cause too much, causing too much noise, G. But,
picture this.
Check
You're
this
back
shit
in
out.
elementary school. You're a bright kid, an imaginative kid. You're sharper than a lot of the other kids your age. You notice things that others don't. Schoolwork comes easy to you, sometimes too easy. You finish your assignments faster than the rest of the class. This leaves you a lot of time to sit there staring out the window and daydream. Then one day you get pulled out of class. You're taken to a windowless room that you've never seen before.
Shit's crazy.
They give you puzzles to solve. They ask you strange questions. They make you wear headphones and play strange sounds in your ears. They give you a cup containing an unknown pink liquid and tell...
Alright, pause. I keep hearing that pink liquid shit. I never drank any pink liquid. I never drank no pink shit. Besides, there is one time I remember drinking some pink shit, and it was that fucking medicine they used to give us, man. And the fucking, it'd come in that fucking tube or whatever. And that shit was actually fucking delicious. But that's the only pink shit I drunk. Alright, let's continue.
Tell you to drink it. While all this is going on, a stranger in a suit sits in a corner, observing you and taking notes. Everything about this makes you feel uncomfortable, but you do what you're told, because you're a child. And these are grown-ups, and they keep telling you how special you are. What's especially strange about this experience is that by the time you reach adulthood, you barely remember any of this. It's all just one big blank. That is until one day when it finally starts to come back to you, bit by bit. If any of this sounds familiar to you, then you are likely part of the GATE program. GATE stands for Gifted and Talented Education. And if the rumors are to be believed, this wasn't just some innocent program to encourage young minds. It was actually part of a top-secret government experiment.
Here coming to snatch your motherfucking ass up. Learn them psychic abilities. Fuck. Hell wrong with you.
If you're new here, let me welcome you and introduce myself.
George
I'm
W.'s
Nate
coming
Hale,
for you.
and I've been doing this podcast for a number of years now. And if you've been following me all this time, thanks for coming along on this journey with me.
Yeah, shout
I
out to
love
this
telling
channel right
stories
here.
about
What's this
everything
dude's name?
strange and unusual throughout history.
Conspirators.
Everything from UFOs to cryptids to true crime and government conspiracies. That being said, the reason I wanted to tell
Subscribe,
you
like,
about the GATE
comment.
program is because it's a story that I have a personal connection to. You see, back in the 1980s, I was one of those kids who became part of the program. And to this day, I still have a lot of questions about what actually happened while I was in the program. I'm not alone in that regard either. In recent years, a lot of people online have begun
Yeah, I
sharing
don't
their
think I
personal
really should be
experiences
posting
about
this
what they
shit to
remember about the
Instagram
GATE
or
program.
anywhere.
You might know this
Fuck it.
program under a number of different names.
This shit's been on my mind for
Sometimes
too
it's called
long.
TAG or
And,
LEAP or G&T. Or sometimes it's just referred to as
Yeah.
the Giftedness Program. Throughout the 1980s all the way through the early 2000s, these programs began popping up in school districts across
Fuck it,
the
though.
United States. On the surface, it all sounds fairly innocent. These giftedness programs were supposed to identify the brightest and most talented students in each school, offering them more accelerated learning opportunities, special projects that challenge the students' problem-solving skills, and providing new forms of creative expression. But according to a number of people who were in the GATE program, there was a lot more going on than just getting to skip out of your regular classes and getting extra computer time to play Oregon Trail. Keep in mind, there are lots of
Fucking
former
Oregon
GATE students
Trail,
out there today who
goddamn
insist their
Oregon
experiences in the
Trail.
program were completely normal, and that nothing out of the ordinary was going on.
Yeah,
On the
that
other
was
hand,
shit
though, there
right
is still
there.
a vocal number of former GATE children who've begun posting online that whatever was happening inside the program, it was anything but innocent. One of the strangest things you'll hear constantly about these giftedness programs is how little of it many people, including myself, actually remember about it. But in recent years, with the growth of social media, many now adult former GATE children have begun comparing notes on Reddit forums and places like TikTok and Instagram, sharing what they remembered about the program. And a lot of these stories range everywhere from the peculiar to the downright disturbing. As for my own story, I know I was in the program. I remember getting to leave class early all the way from elementary school through middle school. The funny thing is, though, I don't remember a lot beyond that. I know I went to a different room inside my school for my special classes, and I know that my teacher was someone who wasn't part of the regular staff at my school. But I couldn't tell you the name of that teacher, and I
Yeah.
also couldn't tell you for sure who the other kids were in my group. Although I know for certain there were others. I'm not alone in these sort of hazy memories about the program either. For a program that was spread out in school districts all across the United States, there are a lot of commonalities you'll hear from former GATE students. Most of these kids were selected for the program during the 3rd or 4th grade. Some people claim they were initially taken to a windowless room, sometimes even to a windowless trailer outside the school. There they were presented with logic problems or
Yeah.
puzzles to solve.
They never snatched
Other
me
people
up though
describe being
nowhere.
asked questions that seem completely nonsensical. Things
Or
like,
maybe I
how many
just don't
hairs are there?
remember.
Or, what color is sound? The instructors were almost always complete strangers. Some people also described these adults acting oddly hostile if you gave them an answer they didn't like. Other former gate kids said they were given Rorschach tests. These are the sort of inkblot tests you see in psychiatrist offices. Or even stranger still,
Yeah,
some
they
people
never
report
did. I
being
never did
tested
any of
with
that.
Zener cards. These are a specially designed deck of cards that are used to test extrasensory perception. What happens during this sort of testing is that the tester asks you what the next card will be just by thinking about it.
But
Which of
yeah,
course
but
begs
here's
the
the
question,
thing.
if this is true,
I never did any of that shit, but man, these motherfuckers erase your memory, man, like Men in Black, bruh, I swear to God.
why the heck were
Like,
they testing elementary school kids for ESP? Then there's the pink drink. Many former
Yeah.
gay kids, myself included,
I
remember
never
being
drank
given
any pink
paper
drink.
cups of a chalky pink liquid and being told to drink it. Some people say this was nothing more than a fluoride rinse you were told to swish around in your mouth and spit out. Others say that after they drank the liquid, something a lot more disturbing happened, though. Some people claim they would wake up later back in class like they never left and with no
And that's
memory
that
of how they
bullshit.
got there. Then there was the hearing test. One of
like you never left, like nothing ever happened at all. Yeah, that's that fucking bullshit. So, man, I don't know. They certainly was watching us. They certainly still watching us. Let's continue.
One of the most common stories that gets told by former gate kids is that they were made to wear big padded headphones and that they were given what they were told was a hearing test.
This is the first step along your path to a gateway beyond which is discovery, your own discovery of reality.
Only this wasn't like any normal hearing test you'd get from the school nurse. People who remember these tests recall hearing unusual high-pitched chirping sounds and odd tones in each ear, followed by a man's voice giving them instructions. A number of people online believe they know what these hearing tests really were. And if true, it might provide the first major clue as to what was really going on inside the GATE program. A lot of people think these hearing tests were actually what are known as the Gateway Experience. That name alone might provide some hint that there may be a connection to the GATE program. Although officially the fact that these two
Fucking
programs
bullshit.
share the word GATE is just a
Shit
coincidence.
is crazy, y'all.
So what is the Gateway Experience? According to a declassified
Gateway.
CIA report from 1983, the Gateway Experience was a secret program to expand human consciousness and to develop mental abilities. The Gateway process was created by a former radio executive named Robert Monroe. Beginning in the 1950s, he began experimenting with certain audio tones that he believed could produce different effects on the human body. Everything from enhanced learning to hypnotic states and out-of-body experiences. Pretty soon, Monroe's work caught the attention of the CIA, which had already been experimenting with the human mind for the previous couple decades. This started in the 1950s with their now infamous experiments into mind control that we know as MKUltra. MKUltra was officially dismantled in 1973. But that wasn't the end of the government's experiments into the human mind. One of the offshoots of MKUltra was Project Stargate. This was another series of covert experiments that went
right.
through a series of different names,
I think I'm
including
gonna cut it here.
Real Flame and Sunstreak.
We get the gist of it now.
You might know it from the book or movie The Men Who Stare at Goats. This was an experiment into
Yeah, that was a
remote
good
viewing
movie.
and other psychic abilities that came about after U.S. intelligence sources learned that the Soviet Union was developing their own psychic spy program. One of the many avenues
There, yeah, let's cut it there. But yeah, man, shit, dude. I don't even fucking know where to begin with this shit, but I just wanted to bring this subject, make a video, bringing awareness to the subject, man. But, dude, Bree, you know what I mean? Why is it when they come around with these fucking hearing tests, nigga, somebody comes up fucking missing, Bree? Anyway, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. And if anybody has any similar experience or suspicious of those fucking hearing tests like I was immediately suspicious, and I always been. But this just confirmed it. And I found out about this shit about a couple months ago, man. It's been lingering in my head like Bree. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna bring this shit out, upload this video, man. Yeah, I mean, ain't no fucking point in staying silent on this shit, man. You need to bring awareness to this shit, bro. But that's it for this video, man. I hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one. Play, yeah, me 8.